Today I'm gonna fool around with my Cobra II a little bit. Needing to fool with it, I just haven't been able to. It's just hard to work on two projects at once. But I bought this piece, this alternator. It's a voltage regulator, and it makes it a one wire because the harness on this doesn't match the harness for my Mustang. So I'm gonna have to pop that off, put that regulator on there, and put it back on and put a belt on it because it doesn't slung it. Because there's some stuff with this car, you know, that needs addressed. But you know, you gotta start somewhere. Like this power steering pump probably needs adjusted in more if it'd even let me, but it leaks too for some reason. I forget why. I had it all figured out. Eventually I'm gonna pull this motor back out, clean it up, and paint these headers with some header paint, and put a higher stall in the transmission, which I'm changing the C4 to another one because this one shifts funky, and it's nothing to do with the modulator valve or none of that. It's just shot. So I'm gonna do that eventually, but today we're just gonna focus on this alternator. There's some parts I do need to order for this car because I'm gonna paint it decently soon. And when I pull the motor out, I'm gonna change this crappy radiator because it's just garbage. I don't like the way it's just like a 76 model radiator. I can buy an aluminum Champion one for like 200 bucks. Then I need to buy some tuck-in bumpers, probably. I think I'm gonna do that in the tuck-in splitter. So I'll probably do that, but overall it's a nice car for those of y'all who hadn't seen it. Fairly solid. I'm gonna weld up all the marker light holes. Really, this is the only rust in the body because I sanded it down to the metal and epoxy primed it a while back. It's just been out here sitting. Need to have a glass man come out and pop these windows out for me because this one's coming out, and go ahead and re-glue it. And I need a new windshield for it, but it's got a few little rust holes and stuff inside the car, but looks pretty good, you know. This car could go back together. I'm gonna paint it white and look pretty good. I haven't decided on what color decal. Maybe red, but I have red interior, so that would make sense. But I also might paint it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into taking this alternator off and putting that voltage regulator on it. Okay, so there's a diagram to follow, but anyways, this bolts like that right here. Somewhere like that. I think that's about right. Something like that. But anyways, you gotta remove these wires and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my socket set and take this garbage off because it's not needed. I went ahead and got this wired up. I'll post the diagram now. Alright, so anyways, that's how you wire that up. And this here is for like your gauge, so that's not needed. So I went and found this wire here. It's got a fuse in it, and I went ahead and put this little fitting on it. And right here is where it needs to go, right there. And I'll run it to the positive battery cable and tighten it all back on, put the belt back on it, and trim that down. And it ought to work pretty good, I hope. Might have to change this alternator. Who knows? It's got some slop in it, but it could be good too, I don't know. Went ahead and trimmed that blue wire down to it, and I left this little fuse box in there, so that's a good thing to have. And this thing's probably been sitting and run in probably a year, so I'm gonna take this off, dump some gas down the yap, and see if it'll crank out and charge. Call the one wire deal a success. I appreciate all y'all watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.